Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. And I will also wish you a new year that is coming up on the 1st of January 2025. Today I wanted to clarify just one thing to do with Mombasa. What the policy that we have just passed is very important for our country, and it is going to address a number of issues. Number one, the system we establish is very simple. One, we are telling our people, the business communities that is importing from international market, to be able to raise invoices in Mombasa. Not to pay in Mombasa, raising invoices. There is a difference between raising an invoice and paying. So I want to make it clear that you raise your invoices in our systems in Mombasa. We have a system now. So once the container comes out from the sea, you present your documents to our team in South Sudan office in Mombasa. Once you get your tax invoice, send your tax invoice to Juba, to a business person or the owner of the goods. Let the owner of the good pay to the system, to the banks in Juba, not anywhere else. Or in Numili, you can pay in Numili. Or you can pay where the bank is, because the bank is integrated. So you get your invoice in Mombasa, send to Juba, let it be paid. Once you have paid, send back the receipt, so that the truck can be released, because the gate pass will be given after you pay the following taxes. Number one is the custom duties, which is 5% of the invoice. It does not need clearance. Number two are forms. There are different forms, about 3 forms. You know, being raised in Mombasa, you also pay in Juba. Then there is accreditation permit from the Ministry of Trade. You also pay that also in Juba. Then your truck will move with an invoice reading 4 items which are not being paid for in Juba, and they are going to be paid in Numili. Number one is the sale tax. Number 2 is the excise tax. Number 3 is surcharge. Number 4 is the advance BBT. All these things are in the law. You come to Numili, let the good be checked, because all these 4 items need goods to be checked. Physical check of goods. Pay them in Numili, and you bring your goods to Juba. Now, people are complaining, why are you allowing us to raise invoices in Mombasa? We are just trying to address 3 things. Number one, the originality of the invoice. We have had fraud. People raising invoices, fake invoices, undervalued invoices, and there is no system to detect. But in Mombasa, we are integrated with the region. And once you bring a fake invoice, automatically the system will reject, because the system has all the invoices all over the world. Wherever you are from Europe, from China, from Dubai, in Middle East, wherever, there is a template in the systems that actually shows that this invoice is undervalued or it is exact. So this is one of the complaints. And we as a government, we don't want to take money unfairly from anybody. We are telling you, raise your invoice, original invoice, not fake invoice, not undervalued invoice. So that is one thing we need to address. We need to address fraud that has been going on, because it will lead to loss of revenue. Number 2, we are also addressing concerns of smuggling and dumping as number 3, dumping of goods in the region. There is a record of containers coming from South Sudan in Malaba, in Mombasa, in Busia, Numili, in Nadapal, and in Kaya. All these records are being compared. And it was realized that one of the problems is that most of the containers, because we don't have an office in Mombasa before, most of the containers are destined to South Sudan. But after they enter Uganda, they vanish into the region. They don't come to Juba. So we are trying to address that also, so that only those containers that are actually meant to come to the Republic of South Sudan are actually the one coming to South Sudan, not the other way around. So this has been an issue with the region, and we have to address that. We should not continue to be a dumping destination. We should be credible enough, doing business, clean business for our country. So our country name should not be used for the wrong reasons. For those who are bringing goods, bring it to the Republic of South Sudan. But don't use our name. After you enter into the region, you start to vanish. You just start to vanish around. Please. This is not our